I think World Suicide Prevention Day is important to me because it reaches out across so many different communities, because suicide is a thing that has touched every one of us in one way or another, and it doesn't really matter what identity you have. It's just something we all go through, so it's really nice to just talk about it as a community.
This event means a lot to me for many reasons, especially because obviously suicide is something that has affected the whole world for many generations, and it feels like only recently have people started to step in and make active changes and facilitate conversation, which is obviously the most important thing.
Open and direct talk about suicide is the key to its prevention. Silence kills. One of the reasons that it's so difficult for people to talk about suicide is the stigma. It's very difficult for people to listen to other people talking about suicide. One of the reasons we set up Grassroots is to start and have these open conversations. By being here today, by going home and saying to people, I went to a thing about suicide, you're starting that conversation.
Hello to everybody at World Suicide Prevention Day in Brighton. My name is Josh Quigley, the Tartan Explorer. After surviving my suicide attempt, I knew I'd been given a second chance. I'm now attempting one of the biggest challenges ever. I'm attempting to cycle 50,000 miles around the world. I'm currently three months into my world cycle. I'm in Norway at the moment. I've cycled 3,000 miles already, and things couldn't be going better.
My name is Sangeeta, and I'm delighted to be with you, even though my presence is only virtual. I hope today, together, you and I can play our parts in breaking the stigma.
Grassroots is working with others to try and raise awareness, help training of people to understand how they can help people that might be feeling suicidal, promoting their new app as well.
When we first decided we wanted to create an app around suicide prevention, there was nothing like this in the UK. We've had over 16,000 downloads. It's won a lot of awards, it's got fantastic ratings, and most importantly really, it's had feedback which shows it's really saved lives. It's helped people to help themselves stay safe from suicide. It's helped people help others.
I think the app's really good, and I've used it. I've got it on my phone, told friends about it.
I think the idea of an app is great because everyone always has their phone on them. Like, it's just something you always have. You're not always going to have a leaflet, or you're not always going to be in town where you know these places are.
It's fantastic, like stuff about myths as well, like literally anyone can find something, like can take something from it.
I find it a really, really valuable conversation starter about suicide and breaking down that stigma, because you can just say to a friend, I've got this really great app, and recommend downloading it to them, and even if they don't, it's a conversation about suicide that isn't too heavy and breaks down that stigma.
Apps are expensive, and we discovered that just because they take a lot of time to program, to develop, and once they're there, they are an incredible resource, but they do take funding to put together.
For those of you who don't know what crowdfunding is, it's a way of raising funds for a local project. So we're asking normally large amounts of people for small amounts of donations each in return for a special, unique reward.
There's an element of every day should be Suicide Prevention Day, and it's a good start. So maybe World Suicide Prevention Day is a good start. It's a good opportunity to say, yep, here's a day, but let's get familiar with the issues around suicide prevention and how we can help it, and have those conversations more.
We have a tradition at every event where we like to finish off with a toast and raise your hand or your glass to life.